Escape from Zombietown is a cartoonish graphic and surprisingly challenging, yet fun and free zombie first-person shooter on Steam. And while I had a lot of fun with this indie title, it's not without flaws. And I'm going to go ahead and admit I didn't finish the game, but probably not for any reason you'd expect. But I did play the majority of this game, and I'll soon explain why I didn't complete Escape from Zombietown. But let's start at the beginning, shall we? The game starts out with you at home, and you wake up to see the zombie apocalypse has started. An anonymous man calls you and starts giving you instructions on where to go and how to survive. And the game starts off with basic zombies, weak runners, armored walkers, and special zombies who leave harmful acid on the ground when killed. And you start the game off with weaker weapons, like a crowbar and a revolver, but get better weapons with time, like a sniper rifle, the Uzi, or my personal favorite, the Tommy gun, which holds a lot of ammo and dishes out heavy damage. And with better weapons come tougher Zeds. While Escape from Zombietown has the classic fat exploding zombie, it also has some very unique Zeds, being a zombie in a chicken suit who throws explosive eggs at you, a zombie in a personal mini-tank, and a zombie with laser beams for arms.
Alright, this just in. The zombies here are harmless? Oh, no, armless. They don't have any arms because their arms got replaced with deadly lasers. Can you believe that?
So a pretty creative game with a fair amount of enemy variety. While I don't remember any bosses, there are several sections where you have to deal with massive swarms of the undead, and they're tougher than they look, especially in massive hordes, and I did have to retry several levels, but it's a fun challenge and not anything too difficult. Objective-wise, most levels are just get from point A to B and kill zombies while you're at it, but a few levels had you refill generators with gas, which wasn't too hard, and then there was level 17 of 20, where I quit the game. So, level 17 decided to do a late game genre swap and go from a kid-friendly Left 4 Dead to Super Mario with a shotgun, aka a platformer, and a tough platformer at that. You're given the super shotgun, along with zero explanation as to what it actually does, and I was going bonkers trying to figure out what I was supposed to do, until I read on a Steam discussion that you shoot it at the ground to propel yourself upwards to reach a catwalk. From what I saw, several people got stuck here, and the one dude with the answer said he figured it out by accident. So after getting to the catwalk, you are then faced with 3 very, and I mean very, tedious platforming sections. And while a fall to your death won't kill you when you mess up, it'll take away a lot of health. And since you can only carry 1 med kit and you don't regenerate health over time, there is very little room for error. And after several tries on this level, I gave up. Now you might be saying, oh come on man, don't be a quitter. But it wasn't the challenge that ticked me off so much, it was the randomness of this area. I came here for a first-person zombie shooter, and that's what most of the game is. When it was randomly turned into a platformer, I wasn't thrilled. That'd be like if I randomly turned this video into a commercial for Monster Energy halfway through. You'd leave because you weren't getting what you came for. And I don't have a problem with parkour shooters, looking at Severed Steel as an example. That's a great game, but it's a parkour shooter from the start and doesn't randomly just toss it in at the tail end of the game. But let's get back to the good stuff. Zombie slaying fun. You can hold 2 weapons at once, with new weapons and ammo being scattered around the game for you to pick up. And you can also carry a med kit, vitamins, and grenades. As far as med kits go, there are 3 different types. One restores 30% of your health, another 50, and another 100. There are also 3 types of vitamins, which give you a temporary boost to your damage, speed, or health, and I found the health vitamins to overall be most effective. On to grenades. You had impact grenades, fire grenades, and decoy grenades, and I found the decoy nades to be most effective, as they're pretty much monkey bombs from COD Zombies and give you a second to breathe in tight situations. So that pretty much wraps up gameplay, although I should note that collectibles in the form of golden crowbars are scattered around the game, which offer nothing other than a sense of accomplishment for finding them. Now, one thing I really liked about Escape from Zombietown, and what made it stand out, is the comedy, and the various hysterical one-liners the guy on the phone sometimes adds in.
Wow, that is a nice car. I can't believe someone still left it here. Those zombies don't know what they're missing out on. Boy, have you been going fast through these levels. Good job. Not like old people. Old people are so slow. Why? I mean, come on, you're about to die. If I were about to die, I'd be doing things fast. Like you.
I had to pause the game because of how hard I laughed with the old people joke. No disrespect to my elders though, but the comedy definitely helped this game. Graphics-wise, I played with medium graphics, and this game is very detailed, and maintains a somewhat child-friendly atmosphere by keeping blood and gore to a minimum, and doesn't have any foul language from what I recall. And the soundtrack and sound effects were okay. Performance-wise, the game ran near flawless, although every now and then I had an issue where my gun refused to fire, and I'd have to click the mouse several times before it responded. Not a huge issue, but frequent enough to be worth mentioning, and this game doesn't have controller support, by the way. In conclusion, I think I give this game an 8 out of 10 by my grade scale. I'd give it a higher grade if it wasn't for that platforming level, because I had a blast fighting the undead. But that being said, I do highly recommend the first 16 levels of this game, especially when you consider that this title is free. And one of the devs said in the discussions tab that he's working on another game right now, which sounds promising. A couple similar games I'd suggest you play if you haven't would be Left 4 Dead, as this game appears to have drawn some influence from that game, or maybe check out the original Killing Floor on Steam. Well everyone, that is all from me for today. I hope someone enjoyed my indie game review. For anyone who is new to my channel, I mostly play, review, and discuss zombie and horror games, so feel free to maybe check out some of my other content if that sounds interesting. I hope everyone has a great day. Always remember that Jesus loves you all very much. Peace.